Evening to everyone. Okay. It's a wonderful day, first day of December. I can see beautiful people in here who have been just gathered over here just to express their love for UPF. And very warm welcome to you all. We all have one thing in common. The one thing is we want to promote peace. That's the only bridge we have in common. If you really look into it, I started with Robin not long back, but I really like the idea of promoting peace. And I work with a lot of organizations, but nothing like this has ever amused me. There is a week in and week out of programs every other week. I don't know how Robin or Margaret does it, but they are keeping themselves busy. And by the way, they are also making other people to understand peace does not come by its own. So they're paving the road for us to walk in it. To give a background of myself, I've worked with a lot of organizations, as I said to you. I'm also the Vice President of Space Kids India, which is an organization based in India which are trying to help these children to have their ideas to develop into new satellites and rockets and putting them into the nostalgia of space, taking them abroad for different things like working out with NASA's and things like that. So you can check on our website. I'll be very happy to support any kind of things which are happening in UK, and we are looking forward to collaborate with a lot of organizations in terms of that. And I'm also a member of Faiths Together Committee in Croydon, and I also work with Tamil Peravai in Tamil Nadu in terms of promoting peace and harmony for the religious minorities. And through Robin, I have met a lot of influential political and religious leaders across the world when I travel, because I've taken it my ambition to travel in terms of meeting up with a lot of leaders who I can influence in terms of promoting peace. And when I meet up with these leaders, they all share one thing in common, which is promoting peace, as I said to you earlier. They also have a feeling UPF ambassadors of peace should have a collective network where everybody can have a collective approach of promoting peace through interlinking, which at the moment is a little bit slow, I think. We can all integrate in order to work for the betterment of humanity, for the betterment of the world, if we all join hands and work together for the common cause. And I believe, I go to so many other countries. Say, for example, I've been to Delhi where I met Dr. Imam Ilyasi, who is considered one of the top imams in India. Just to say how big he has got 500,000 imams under his control. So one imam in India, he's got about 100 families. So if it's 500,000, you can imagine the scale of what I'm talking about. Almost 50 million Muslim families is under his control. So that kind of capacity these people hold. And what are we doing here? In order for us to promote peace, we have to go to the religious leaders because they control a significant amount of the mass of population. So when I went to him, I requested him, there are certain things, mishappenings which are happening in the world, which we don't want those kind of things. And who can bring in order to the world is the religious leaders in the right direction, in the positive direction. So he requested me, through Robin, I've in fact, face to face, I requested him, can you actually issue a fatwa? I don't know how many of you, does anyone know what a fatwa means?
Yes.
What's that? Yes, I know. That's exactly what I'm talking to you about.
Like children.
That's right.
So now something according to some subject people don't know.
That's right, that's what I'm trying to say now.
The legality.
Thank you. So if you look into it, Salman Rushdie got one. That's the main point of attraction in our world. Oh, this isn't something negative. Do you know what exactly a fatwa means?
No.
Fatwa means suggestion. You can give a suggestion. I can give a suggestion. Fatwa in Arabic, the translation means just a suggestion. These people of religious people who don't have tolerance for others are misusing it. Just quoting an Arabic word, oh, we are issuing a fatwa. My other friend of mine, he thinks, oh my God, he's issued a fatwa. Do I have to lose my neck now? No. It is a suggestion. These people are just manipulating the system for their own benefit. We are one humanity. And they don't want it because they want to divide and rule. And we should not be the breeds of them. We have to work in that order. So I said to him, why don't you bring in some sense in actually explaining what it means, and we can all work in cohesive manner to promote it. So now there is a negative name because of, as she said, rightly quoted, Salman Rushdie. Why don't you put it on a positive way using the same negative thing which the media or you have used? So I told him, I requested him, in fact, to say, issue a fatwa for interfaith knowledge. Issue a suggestion or suggestion for interfaith understanding, interfaith education until graduation for children, for men and women, for girls and boys until graduation. So that way, if you look into it, in Islamic community, there is a problem. There is a stigma for these girls getting educated. So in India especially. So if these girls come in, understand the values of interfaith, understand what exactly interfaith belonging is, understanding what education is, that way we can put a full stop to all the mishappenings in this world. So with God's blessing, he issued a fatwa, and all credit goes to Robin for paving the bridge in introducing him. So there are a lot of, like Balmiki Prasad Singh, who is one of the top intellectuals in India, who we got through Robin, and he is supporting. In fact, he used to be the former chairman of our Indian UPF. So there are a lot of influential people who we are meeting every day through UPF. And how are we going to connect it? How are we going to use it? Determines our purpose and the self-realization we have, but we have to just implement it. And I think again, I have to quote my president, previous president, Dr. APG Abdul Kalam. He said, reach the unreachable, dream the impossible. So we have reached the UPF. We have reached the UPF, which is, we think, as unreachable. Now we have to dream for something which we think is impossible in this humanity. Thank you very much for giving me this wonderful opportunity to speak. God bless you all.